In this tutorial I'm going to make a pipe here, and if you want to follow along and you don't know what keys I'm pressing, or if I don't tell you, just follow this command view here. But anyway, let's get started, and I'll explain as I'm going along. We'll go into front view mode and start laying out our pipe. Tap the space bar to go on one constraint here. Tap it again twice to come up here. Tap one here. And double click there. Alright, with that done, we'll go into point mode, Control A. Select all, then we'll hold the shift key to deselect them. And we'll use the chamfer, and this is where the edges are, where it bends at. I'm going to need to set some points up. The more points, the more smoother it'll go around the corner here. That looks pretty good. Validate that. Go ahead and add some thickness. Let me turn this off here. I want the pipe to be a little bit fat. Alright, we got the pipe here. It's got some bends to it. Now I'm going to add some places where the pipe's going to be pieced together. You can build this pipe as one piece, or you can build it separate parts. So I'm going to try doing this in one piece, which is actually the harder way to do it, but it ain't too hard with this. So I'll select. Before I do that, I want to go ahead and alright, I'll go ahead and do it right here then. So I'll select here, here, here. In the middle. Here, here, and here. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and select the face here. I'm going to loop it. And I'm going to scale it up and bevel it out. Do the same for this side. Loop it. Scale it up. Kind of pull it out. It's going to have that little bevel right there. Alright, we're going to take this piece here. We're going to loop it. Hold the control key down and grab the red cube here, and we are going to pull out, and we're going to bring this in right here. See, when I subdivide it, it gets pretty smooth, so I'm going to flatten this out so it's a little bit more crisp to it. So we'll go to the edge tool. Bring this down just a little bit. Just make a small edge here. As you can see, I got too close together. I actually need to bring that edge up just a little bit higher. So we'll go ahead and set that there. We'll need to do one for this side. I'm going to select this custom view here. That way, every time I rotate around it, it always keeps a view on that. So select that, loop it, Alright, they don't look too bad. I'm not liking this up here. We'll just set these back down just a little bit. Alright, that looks pretty good here, so let's go on to the next one. Loop that one, control key, and repeat the process. Burn that up just a little bit. You can see what I'm doing here. I'm not going a whole lot. This will give it, when I do the edge to this, it'll make it a little bit sharper the closer I keep it. So that looks good. I always subdivide it to check it out. And we got one more here. And select back in face mode, control key, and control Z that. I don't want to place that one there, I want to place it here. It's too close to the bend there, so I'll loop it here. Scale that one out just a little bit, and I also want to scale this one out just a little bit. Use the edge tool. Use the edge tool. Take a look at it. Doesn't look too bad. Alrighty, let's go. Let's take a look at this one here. Put some slice into it. I'm going to validate it. I was holding the shift key so I get in the middle, then I was getting one to the left and one to the right, so we'll loop that. We're going to split this a little bit, then we're going to hit the backspace on the keyboard to dissolve this line. Now I'll have one directly in the middle here. We'll loop it twice, hold the control key. Take a look at it with subdivision. It's not too bad, it's kind of what I want. And we'll do the same for this one here. Edge tool with a slice. Hold the shift key to get in the middle here. Hold the shift key to get in the middle from the left to the right. And the same one for this side. Hold the shift key. So it gets directly in the center. Loop that. We're going to split this edge apart, hit the backspace. Now we got a center one here. We'll loop it, control key, and looks like. That looks good enough. And repeat it for up here. Hold the shift key to get in the middle. Hold the shift key to get in the middle from the right to the left here. Vice versa on this side. Validate it. Loop it. We're going to split it. Dissolve it, the backspace. Loop it. I have to loop it twice here. Control key. Alright, with that said, we're going to go ahead and select the edge here. Going to loop it. And let me hit one of these views here. And I'm just going to go ahead and use the line tool and use curve extraction. Really don't have to do this, but if you want to, you can, so not a big deal. Then I'm going to use the circle tool, circle from diameter. This one's got the 2 points on it. Hold the shift key to the top. Hold the shift key down here at the bottom. And we are going to give this 6 points. I'll go ahead and delete this one here. Alright, we're going to go into the 3D primitives. Go grab a cylinder. And we're going to give this one 6. This is going to be our head bolt. We're going to loop that. Chamfer that. This is our head bolt. Let's just bring this down here and measure it up a little bit. Just kind of sizing it up. Not bad there. Alright, with that selected, we'll go over to the utilities and copy and support. And let me redo that. Alright, we'll select this again. Select the line. And validate it. It was giving me a little bit of problems. I had to set the pivot on here. I had to pause the video for a second. I use this option here, but everything seems to be working okay. We'll delete that. We'll delete the line. And we'll set this over here, down here. We're going to start scaling this in here. I want to double check this. I want to subdivide this because this thing will shrink a little bit. Alright, that don't look too bad. We'll just go ahead and get a copy of this. Control C, Control V. Hold the Shift key to snap it. Control V. There's probably better ways you could line this up, but I'm just kind of eyeballing it right now, not being too precise. Bring it up just a little bit. I want to copy it from this position. Control C, Control V. Grab the little arrow at the corner there, and then hold the shift key down right about here to snap it in. And I'm going to go ahead and Control V, bring me a copy up here. Switching my views here so I can see what I'm doing. Almost there. Let's bring that out just a little bit. Control C, Control V. I believe that's got it. Let me check all the bolts here. I'll make sure I did get all the bevels on the outside. That looks good. This one does need to come out just a little bit. And we'll switch this here. And there's our pipe. Thank you very much.